All right, hello, greetings, and welcome everyone. Let's see if we can do this in one take. I am the Ninjaneer. We are going to talk about an email I received and a bit of news from Aptera. I am super excited and I couldn't wait to talk about it. I wanted to dig into it and figure out what it was, and I figured that a longer form video would be better than to have it like a blurb in the news report. So yeah, here we go. Essentially, I got this email. Let me get my mouse together. I got this email. We are excited to share another important milestone in Aptera's journey. We've entered into a purchase agreement providing $75 million in committed equity financing through an agreement with New Circle Principal Investments, an affiliate of growth-focused investor New Circle Capital. I looked up New Circle Capital, so let me go ahead and pull that window up. And this is their website. They are very not public with what they do. Basically, it just has little sentences about who they are and stuff. And yeah, New Capital LLC, they have their address and all that kind of stuff, and their email address and things like that. I might send them an email to see if I can figure out what they are and what they do and why they invested in Aptera and all that kind of fun stuff. So stay tuned for that. That's a potential thing that I might be able to get done. Yeah, so also in this email, it says read the press release. The press release had a little bit more meat to it, and I ended up going to other places based on this information and found what I needed to find with respect to what some of these terms mean. So let's go ahead and get into the video here and understand what this means. So they entered an ELOC. So basically an equity line of credit, as I can understand it, is a financing agreement where an issuer and an investor agree that the investor will purchase securities from the issuer in the future based on an agreed upon pricing formula if certain conditions are met. So basically what New Circle Capital has decided is, so long as you do these things, we will buy shares from you up to this much. And that company has also agreed to offer said shares to us after they have purchased them. So basically, they're kind of a middleman with guaranteed money, more or less, to Aptera. So I wish I could draw a chart or a picture, but basically, you know, I might have to figure out the software for that. Anyway, so basically, Aptera said, hey guys, we need money. And they're like, hey, we can give you money. And we're going to give you money in, cash, but you're going to give us stock at a price that is below market value. After that stock is given to us, we're going to go ahead and give that stock to, sell that stock to the people outside of, the general market at their discretion. So basically, Aptera gets money immediately so they can tool up and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of ends the need of them to raise money through equity. Through crowdfunding, because crowdfunding tends to be a little slower. This is like immediate, boom, money, here you go. And so they have found a way to more or less make it so that the funds that they would have gotten from investors is immediate, and then the New Circle Capital is like waiting for the money to come in otherwise. So it's actually kind of an ingenious way of going about it. It's like it's kind of like borrowing on the equity of your house or something and then paying the person back later. Yeah, but except the paying back later happens on the other side when people buy the stock from New Circle. That's the way I understood it. So if I am misunderstanding that, I am always open to hearing what it actually is in the comments. But that's what I gathered from the article, the articles that I read on the situation. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see. Now, over here, we have the filing disclosures. They had several disclosures that were filed today. Yeah, filed today. 2 8Ks and a 424B4. This one is a prospectus, and these are just letting the SEC know what Aptera is doing. I believe one of these is even just saying, hey guys, we are about to do a presentation. Yeah, this is the enter to purchase agreement. You can read the details here, but basically, the company may not issue to New Circle under the purchase agreement more than 19.9% of the outstanding common stock immediately prior to the execution of the purchase agreement, is kind of an important stipulation. What I understand of that is that they can't put everything into, like, they can't ask for that 75 million all at once, is what I'm kind of understanding there. Again, if I am wrong, let me know, but I'm not sure that I'm, characterizing that properly. But yeah, there's that. And then they are even disclosing to the SEC that they are doing a press release scheduled for October 15th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, by the way, that will provide an overview of where Aptera is going next. A lot of this filing stuff is because they are now going to be a publicly traded company. They have to do a lot more disclosures and a lot more legal stuff and a lot more paperwork, basically, to make sure that they are on the up and up according to the SEC. So yeah, you're going to see a lot more 8Ks. You're going to see a lot more. There we go. You're going to see a lot more of the 424B4s when they issue new stock and things like that to the people. And yeah, it's just it's really neat to see how they got this deal put together. Instead of offering the stock themselves, they are having it's kind of like a dealership model, like a car dealership model. Like the dealership sells the cars to the manufacturer sells the cars to the dealership, and the dealership sells the cars to the people. But the people are the ones that pay the dealership. Pay the dealership, and the dealership has already reimbursed the manufacturer. So yeah, it's the same sort of relationship, except now it's just with companies, and Aptera is not dealing with bringing investment options to, investments like stock to the regular people. They have a middleman to make sure that they get the money, and then they can do what they can. And what I believe that New Circle gets out of this is they get to make money off of the stocks when they sell them. Remember that lower price that I told you about? That lower price allows them to make the difference up. So let's say they're selling the stock at like $40, $50, but $44.40 is the amount. They get to make that difference, the $3 or $4 difference there. They get to keep that profit for themselves. So that's basically how their relationship is going to work, as far as I understand it. That New Circle Capital is getting a little bit of money off of the top for selling the shares at market value, but they're getting a discount when they're buying them from Aptera, and they get to buy them up to $75 million worth, or at least that's what they've agreed to. They get to buy that much. If that relationship is fruitful, which I believe it will be, and if the road trip goes as well as I think it will, which, I'm an optimist, so I think it's going to go very well. This is going to be a really cool situation for them. I hope this works out well. But anyway, that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this quick video. Well, kind of quick video about the new agreement with Aptera and New Circle Capital. Yeah, it's very cool how they work this out, and I hope it goes very well for them. Yeah. So that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Ninjaneer. Please let me know if you have questions, comments, concerns, things I need to update and research on, that kind of stuff. Speaking of update and research on, there was a guy that I was speaking with whose name I cannot remember about solar and things like that, and he was trying to help me understand, you know, the error of my ways when it comes to solar. He just stopped replying in general. So if you are out there, guy, and you happen to be listening to this video, yeah, I really wanted to continue that conversation. Please do so maybe over email instead, because I lost the comment that we were having the conversation on, and I cannot find it again. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do all the YouTube-y things. If you like this video, if you like the information, if you think it's awesome, if you think it's terrible, you know, let me know. Do the YouTube-y things, and I'll catch you next time.